Well, hello, friends. We wanted to reach out to you today and just touch base with you and let you know again how, as your pastors, we love you. We hear you, and it's our desire to lead you towards Jesus and his ultimate love for all of us. It's been a joy to open up the scriptures to the book of Ephesians and lean into this fact that we are one in Christ. That remains true. In this season where there's no shortage of divisions, we remain one, and that is true, and that's our focus here. We want to keep our eyes fixed on Jesus, no matter what we do, no matter what the world throws at us. And so, it's no doubt that for these last 7 months, this has been a challenge for all of us, for all of you, and we at the church, we're doing our best. And over the last 3 weeks, as we've gone online only, we've been meeting together a lot. And last night met with our board of elders and crafted together a plan that we hope honors you and provides a space for you and your loved ones to find an opportunity to be in God's house, to worship him together. And so I want to let Pastor Kevin explain our plan for the next 4 weeks. We're going to take a 4-week plan and reevaluate as we go. So this is our plan for the next 4 weeks.
Now, this plan is probably going to seem kind of familiar in the sense that there's different areas of where we're at as far as the pandemic goes, and wanting to honor all of those spaces. We did that over the summer, if you remember, by having an 8:30 service that was indoors, an outside service that you could space out a little more, or even pull up to in your car if you wanted that extra element of space, or, of course, stream online was always an option. Well, our plan for the next 4 weeks will mirror that somewhat. Our 8:30 service will continue to be that same service it's always been. A come as you are kind of a service. So we'll meet inside the church 8:30 a.m. And you can wear a mask if you want to wear a mask. You can not wear a mask if you don't want to wear a mask. But we'll gather together and worship as that one body at that 8:30 time. Following that, we're going to have our education hour where we've been modeling home huddles in the gym. That runs from 10 to about 10:45. You're welcome to join us there if that's something you feel comfortable doing and are interested in doing. We'll have circle tables for families to gather and grow in the Word, but you can also access that online as well at 10 a.m. or anytime after. Following that time will be our 11 a.m. service. Now, this is a service that's going to honor those who want to be a little more spaced out like they were in the summer. And so the way we're going to do that, the way we're going to honor that group, is we're going to encourage you all to wear masks to that service and to space out in the sanctuary, to social distance. And Pastor Aaron and myself will also honor that by wearing masks for the distribution of the Lord's Supper. And that is how we will honor that group. The only issue from the summer to now is we can't drive cars into the sanctuary. That doesn't work so well. So we want to give space to folks who do like that additional element of security and space, especially for folks who are at risk. We know that those were folks who often did drive their cars up over the summer. And so for that, what we're going to do is have a service on Mondays at noon. So Mondays, following that Sunday, Monday at noon, we'll do a full-fledged service for those who are at risk. For that service, the expectation will be masks that are worn the entirety of the service, social distancing, and of course, Pastor Aaron and I will be wearing masks as well for the distribution of the Lord's Supper at that service. We feel really confident about these different ways that we can honor kind of the multiplicity and the differences within our own congregation. And there is a beauty to that, I think. We are one in Christ, but that image of one is not one identical human being, but a number of different people who still worship one Lord, have one faith, united in one baptism, and who honor each other with that one love that we've been shown in Christ.
Excellent. Thank you, Pastor Kevin. And that 8:30 service will also be live streamed in the familiar way that we've been doing that. So that's kind of the fourth option as well, that we will continue our online streaming with the 8:30 service being that live streamed service. Again, this is a 4-week plan, and the worship format at all 4 services will be identical as well, sort of like we did in the summer. It's going to continue to be a blended worship service because, a variety of different things. But over the next 3 weeks, our full-time organist is going to be gone as well, so we can't even do like a full-fledged liturgy like we would. And so we want to just provide space and some uniform worship style throughout all of those options. With all that being said, we again hope that you hear our heart in this. We've been doing our best to listen to you, and we really want to honor you and your families, and give you guys the space in the room to make the decisions that work best for you. And we don't want to prohibit you from being able to gather together as God's people. You know, it's just over this last weekend, my daughter Phoebe, who's 3 years old, on Saturday, she said to me, "Dad, do we have to go to church on the TV again tomorrow?" And I said, "Yeah, kiddo, just one more week of this." And she said, "But Dad, I like going to church." You know, and from the mouth of children, right? There's something that happens here in church. I truly believe that. And here's what I want you to think about too. When we gather together for church, for worship, it's not just about what we get. Okay, it's not just about what we consume, but also about what we get to give to others. And I just want you to know, as one of your pastors, that when you're not here, you're missed. It honestly. So, in some of this time of gathering back together, those of you who haven't been able to be here for one reason or the other, it sort of feels like the Thanksgiving dinner where your favorite aunt or uncle are missing from, and you're like, I don't know, something doesn't feel right. And something doesn't feel right when you're missing. And so I really want to encourage you. I really want to encourage you to think about your decisions when it comes to gathering together for worship. Like, is there an opportunity and a space for you to make it here? And I feel confident that we're providing space for you. And so just consider that, have that conversation, pray to God about it. You know, like you, we wish things were different, but they're not. But the one thing that remains the same is Jesus, right? And so today we get to live in his hope, in his peace, in his joy, in his life, for we are his people and we are alive in Christ. Again, it's our true joy to be your pastors, and we look forward to seeing you this coming weekend.
Love you guys.